The Nigerian Maize Conference is a gathering of stakeholders in the maize value chain in Nigeria. The conference was born out of the need to address the challenges facing maize production and propose solutions to increase maize yield in Nigeria. The annual conference is spearheaded by Bayer Nigeria Limited, a subsidiary of the Bayer AG Germany, an innovative science, health and environmental impact conglomerate, contributing to the growth of science and agriculture in Africa. Since its inception in 2018, the Nigerian Maize Conference has become a critical convergence of industry intellectuals for gathering insights, collaborating with key stakeholders, determining a meaningful and strategic path into the market, and communicating Bayer's innovations to the maize subsector. This conference is held yearly because Nigeria is a big market for arable crops with over 6.8 million hectares of maize grown annually at an estimated 33 million tons output. But despite a high production rate, producing over 11 million metric tons, Nigeria is still faced with a productivity gap in yield per hectare of maize farms. At its premier unveiling, the Nigerian Maize Conference focused on weed management and reeled out effective ways farmers can deal with weeds with the use of Lagon, a Bayer product that helps to combat weeds that mitigate high yield for maize farmers. In 2019, the conference highlighted deliberations that sought to address insect management as they affect maize yield in the country, as well as economic returns for farmers. The conference focused on tackling 4 armyworms and proposing the Belt Expert, a Bayer solution that helps to guard crops against these insects. And in 2021, after gradually recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic shocks, the conference saw the introduction of the Much More Maize Toolkit, a high-yielding innovative solutions package containing Roundup, Decalb, Lagon, Belt Expert and Disease, which are designed to further boost maize yield and profitability for farmers. Today, Nigeria has moved from second place to becoming Africa's largest producer of maize, ranking 10th in the world, with large volumes of tonnage coming from smallholder farmers, such as the members of the Maize Association of Nigeria, who cultivate 1 to 5 hectares. However, while maize production in Nigeria increased from 2.8 to 13.94 million metric tons between 2020 and 2021, propelling the country to become Africa's largest maize producer, followed by South Africa, Egypt and Ethiopia. There is still room for improvement to close the demand gap and contribute to the continent's maize production to the world, which currently stands at over 7.5%. With strong partnerships with bodies like the Maize Association of Nigeria, MAN, Babangona, and the 1 Acre Fund, the Nigerian Maize Conference has indirectly impacted millions of farmers through our maize solutions and has directly impacted over 500,000 farmers across Nigeria through the MAN partnership, while also fostering a significant impact on maize yield in the country. The conference has also helped to eradicate unhealthy farming practices among Nigerian maize farmers, with products that have been evaluated by different government-approved agricultural research institutes in Nigeria and are NAFDAC certified. The successful unveiling of the National Maize Pyramids in Kaduna by the federal government of Nigeria in March 2022 demonstrated the MAN's and Bayer's collaborative capacity to foster high yield and mobilize Nigerian farmers to produce quantities to sustain the country's demands for local consumption and positioning for exports in the long run.
This year we're going to have the 4th edition of the Nigerian Maize Conference with the same theme, Much More Maize. The objective is to entrench the Much More Maize Toolkit in Nigerian farmers, and also to ensure that Nigeria remains number 1 in terms of maize production in Africa and in the world. And it's not for now alone. We promise as a company that in the future, we intend to continue to create this platform of engagement between farmers and the technical guys on ways to improve maize production in Nigeria. This is our aim, this is our objective. Let's go there together.
Futuristically, the Nigerian Maize Conference looks to focus on creating awareness among farmers and ensuring increased adoption of hybrid maize seeds, which can improve output from 2 to 6 metric tons per hectare. The boom of maize production in Nigeria is why we are here. Let's do this together. Bayer, science for a better life.